The wind chill for
Action News, Delaware Valley's leading news program, with Gary Papa, Dave Roberts, and Jim Gardner.
Thursday night, another stock market milestone, and Donald Trump takes the stand in Atlantic City. But the big story in Action News tonight is the approach of an overnight snowstorm. PennDOT was getting ready just a short time ago, loading salt trucks at the yard in Hunting Park. As soon as the snow begins to fall, the salt trucks and the plows will be out and about, doing their best to help commuters get to work in the morning. Dave Roberts and AccuWeather have been tracking the storm for several days now. Dave, what is the estimated time of arrival?
Well, once again, the snow wait is on, Jim, and Action Radar will show you a system. It is getting closer and closer. Matter of fact, some of the precipitation aloft is snow. It's just too dry in the area right now for it to hit the ground as of yet. Arrival time overnight. Here is the call from AccuWeather. Between 1 and 2 a.m. we should start to see some snow in the greater Delaware Valley. Possible accumulation of snowfall anywhere from 1 to 3 inches. What does that mean for rush hour in the morning? Well, we're going to be just below the freezing mark. We're anticipating snow 31 degrees, and then we expect the snow to change all to rain between about 9 and 10 o'clock, and then possibly by 11 o'clock in the morning, all of the rain could be gone. But for now, it looks like rush hour in the morning is going to have some snow, and it could be a little slippery. We'll have more on that when we come back in just a few minutes. Jim?
Thank you, David. And a reminder, Action News will be ready to bring you the full story on weather and road conditions at a special time in the morning at 5 a.m., 1/2 hour earlier than usual.
Try to do is get it down early to prevent the ice from bonding to the road. So once that happens, you know, you're behind.
But whether this storm starts as snow and ends as rain, or starts as rain and ends as sleet, everybody was spending money at Barclay Mobile in Cherry Hill.
Yeah, just fill it up, make sure you don't run out. That's basically all we do.
Otherwise you're pushing.
Yeah, not fun pushing in the snow.
As for the conga line of PennDOT trucks in Hunting Park, that will continue on and off until what has passed for this winter finally runs out. Well, and at the rate this winter is going, that salt there and at other storage areas all around the metro will be in no danger of running out. Live in Hunting Park, I'm Doug Schimel, News 10.
All right, Doug. And of course, John Belaris will be back in just a few minutes. Reports to get you to work and school safely. That's at 5 a.m. right here on News 10.
Showers in parts of Mexico, New Mexico, I should say, and parts of West Texas now. Lubbock's getting some light snow at this hour. This is the mess that Jeff had just talked about in the southeastern part of the country, moving up the mid-Atlantic. A weak front bringing a few snow flurries to around Eau Claire, Wisconsin, Alexandria, Minnesota, Fargo. Just a few light flurries, no accumulation. It's pretty chilly over much of the country except Florida. That's a place to be if you want some warmer
weather. It's what everybody's going to be talking about and dealing with tomorrow.
Go ahead, John.
Yeah, we'll get you through this. This is mainly, folks, an overnight event. It's going to start snowing very shortly, and it will be all over with, the snow anyway, by 7 a.m. So my suggestion to you, get a late start in the morning commute. Maybe go in at 9 o'clock instead of 7 a.m. when the roads are kind of cleared out. All right, let's check it out, what we have for you right now. If the bosses allow that, yeah, I'm sure you have a good boss. They'll do that here, right? High today, 36 degrees. Maybe not. The news guys need to be on the air to tell you what's going on. Low 21. Matter of fact, we'll be in next early. Pressure falling, humidity 47%. Our WeatherNet school, Russell Knight School, reporting a temperature of 29 degrees at this hour. It's going to snow very shortly. All right, it's going to be a sloppy morning commute. You're going to have just plain rain down the shore. It's going to be a mix in and around the city early tomorrow morning, and mainly some snow and sleet and freezing rain north and west. Temperatures now in the 20s. But look at the mid-30s down the shore. You can see that's mainly rain down this way. So it may start briefly as snow for about an hour, then quickly change to rain down the shore. All right, let's take a look at the radar. And look, it looks like it's snowing over us. And it is, but it's not reaching the ground yet. All the green snowing aloft, not touching the ground. It is snowing in Baltimore right now. Moderate snow there. It's snowing in D.C. And that snow's just about to move in. Wider view on the radar scope. And it's still the fringe over D.C. The snow over us, not snowing yet back here. Look how it breaks up. After this band, it just breaks up behind D.C. So that tells us and tells you this is not going to be a storm of long duration. It's going to be a brief period of snow overnight. Currently, you can see the snow. We're going to move it in. Snow will move in over the next hour or two across the entire region, but quickly change over to sleet and freezing rain. Rain first down the shore, then rain eastern suburbs, and then in and around the city by tomorrow morning. It will be raining, and most of the precipitation will be over with. So a sloppy go early in the morning, some sleet and freezing rain. Snow will continue in the Poconos. That sleet and freezing rain in the Lehigh Valley, 7 a.m. And then by 2 a.m., everyone's rain, drizzle, and then it's done. It's over. So it's an overnight event early tomorrow morning and done. Tomorrow night, another storm, but this one, rain. No snow, rain Friday night into Saturday morning. May end as a few wet snow flurries. So not much going on. Your morning commute will be a slow go, get an early jump. Your forecast for tonight, overnight snow, 1 to 2 inches by morning, 2 to 4 Lehigh Valley, 3 to 6 in the Poconos, 25 to 30. Tomorrow, snow to rain in the city, over by 7, 8 o'clock in the city, and north and west, sleet and freezing rain till about noontime, then over. 42 degrees, rising through the 40s, 5-day forecast as we move on through the week. You can see it quits tomorrow, Saturday, morning rain, maybe a few wet snowflakes before it ends, and some sunshine possible on Saturday. Then the chance of some snow showers on Sunday. Colder, 35, 32 on Monday, back up to 40 on Tuesday. Again, 1 to 2 inches by morning in and around the city. Nothing down the shore, 2 to 4 inches Lehigh Valley, 3 to 6
We'll get through it.
We'll get through it.
Sure.
Just
Thanks,
a morning
John.
crop.
We're attempting to clear up the problem come the morning with snow on the way. Storm center now edging closer and closer to us. Plenty of precipitation in front of it. Then a little mixture on top of that, a mixture of snow and rain. And then the snow on top of that. Cloud cover is in place. So are the cold temperatures. Take a look at action radar. Here it is. The system shows you how it approaches the area. Some of it just about over some portions of the tri-state area. I'll break down the mix for you and you'll see the systems. With snow not yet reaching the ground, but the snow line is fairly evident. There it is, kind of building more to the west, but it's still moving in our direction. What does it mean for us? Well, AccuWeather says possibility 1 to 3 inches out of this system as it moves over the area, and the arrival time will be early morning hours. That is the call from AccuWeather. For rush hour, it's going to be snow to rain, 9 to 10 a.m. Should all be rain. Should be out of here by about 11 o'clock. As far as the rain is concerned, the snow goes early. But it's going to be messy for rush hour in the morning. Call from AccuWeather is snow soon. 22 in the Poconos, 23 in Allentown, 29 in Wilmington, Reading 27, our low 22 degrees, the high 34, 347 this afternoon. Action cam out tonight, and here is the scene in the city, downtown. Present temperature reading 29 degrees, humidity now up to 50%. We're getting more moisture in the air. The barometer 30.55. It is falling. Winds out of the southeast 6 miles an hour. The ocean water temperature is 37 degrees. In the northeast, 29. The same outside the station, 30 for Center City. We're also going to post 29 degrees for the airport and Camden. Take a look at the exclusive AccuWeather 5-day forecast. Snow a little bit later on. We expect it to start in the early morning hours, probably about 1 or 2 o'clock. Overnight low 25 degrees. The snow continues. Should have it for rush hour in the morning. 31 degrees. We're right at that freezing mark, a little bit below. And then by about 9, 10 o'clock, it should all change over to rain, and possibly before noon be all out of here in terms of rain and everything. 42 degrees. Could even see a little sun tomorrow if the system continues to move very, very quickly. Clouds and windy on Saturday, 44, maybe a flurry, maybe a sprinkle. The same pattern holding true for Sunday. 39 degrees, a colder 35 here, and then 44 degrees. So snow starting soon. You have it for rush hour in the morning. Dave Frankel and crew will be here 5 o'clock in the morning as we continue to watch these systems, Jim. Thank you, David.
Only on the Weather Channel.
Again, North Carolina, the heavier precipitation is over, but still some sleet and freezing rain and drizzle falling there out into the Piedmont, out to Winston-Salem and on up toward Roanoke and Danville and Charlottesville. And the bark here, a little bit worse than the bite as far as this cloud cover is concerned. It looks like the precipitation should already be all the way up to Boston, but it is not. It's going to take all overnight to get there. That's just a lot of the high clouds. Temperatures are below freezing in Boston, New York, Philly, and D.C. So initially, as the precipitation gets to these cities, it's already in D.C., and it's knocking on the door here in Philadelphia. It will be in New York by the morning rush, and it'll probably be up into Boston by mid-morning. It will start out as sleet, ice, and snow to begin with, and then probably go to all rain, particularly at Philly, New York, and Boston before ending. Definitely staying sleet, freezing rain, and snow around the Pittsburgh area. Again, as the cold air is firmly entrenched there, and if it's entrenched in Pittsburgh, it is locked into these valley areas in central Pennsylvania and New York State, all the way down here into Garrett County, Maryland, and parts of West Virginia. As all this moisture overruns that cold air, snow to begin, then sleet and freezing rain, a real slushy, icy mess is going to be had throughout this entire region, only changing over to completely rain along the immediate coast. So again, some pretty big travel problems. It is all snow, though, back toward Columbus, although it's about to end there, on over to Zanesville, Ohio, Canton, Akron, up to Cleveland and Erie. Mostly snow in those areas, and maybe even a little bit of plain old rain around Charleston in West Virginia, as some slightly warmer air has worked into that region. A major ice storm has already been underway all evening around Charlotte, Mecklenburg County, Gastonia, all the way up to Winston-Salem, Hickory and Boone, as we showed you, and even across the border into southern Virginia. East of I-95, though, it is a rainstorm, although a very cold,
relatively quiet. Lots of cloudiness, except in the southwest four corners all the way back to California, where you can see plenty of clear skies tonight. Here's our next little nemesis, a little bit of a twist in the upper atmosphere here. You can see it sort of look very carefully in West Texas, parts of southeastern New Mexico. That little upper air energy is going to move into the Gulf, develop a wave along this front, and produce more heavy rain, believe it or not, in the southeast, including Atlanta and Birmingham, for example. At least this storm won't have any cold air to work with it, so no more snow in North Georgia the way it looks like right now. As we look around the rest of the country, here's a weak low pressure area hanging along the Rio Grande River Valley. We still have snow advisories out for the Guadalupe Mountains and the Marfa Plateau. Snow advisories have now been canceled for southeastern New Mexico. So right now it's a weak system, but it will become stronger as it moves into the Gulf of Mexico. In the forecast, you'll see in a few moments, these low pressure areas will scoot off to the northeast as this high pressure area moves out of the way. Into the northern plain states, we have a weak cold front moving through there right now, producing a few snow flurries in southwestern parts or southeastern parts of Minnesota up in towards Marquette, Michigan. Very inactive front for the most part, a few clouds, a few flurries, no big deal, so to speak. As we move to the southwest, high pressure with a clockwise flow producing some warm Santa Ana winds, relatively speaking. A beautiful day it looks like tomorrow in the southwest, a little windy at times, and rains and snows around Portland out ahead of that front in central and south Florida. Wind chill 17 Atlanta, one of the colder numbers on the map. Boy, it's colder in Atlanta than it is in Des Moines, Iowa, at least according to the wind chill. But things are going to warm up, right, Jeff?
They will.